because of the age.
And then what would Rick go to?
Rick would go to the July.
Does anybody know what date?
But it does exist. I want to make sure that I'm listening to this one. I don't care which one goes. So it's not that we support an April date. We just don't care which one. We know we're going to be in trial with one of them.
What parties? Nevada Beverage objected. Who else?
I believe Speedy, Mart, and NSF. They're in the Cava case, but not the Rick.
What's NSF?
That's the auditing company. NSF International.
Other than not wanting to go to trial on any date.
That's the thing.
Does Jared have Nevada Beverage? Who has Nevada Beverage?
Hey Floyd, this is Colt. I have Nevada Beverage.
Oh, there you are. Got a lot of faces up there.
Sorry,
the
July stack is July 29th.
And so the plaintiffs won April 24 for Cava and July 29 for Rick.
Yes.
I have Nevada. I had 3 people that object. Did Nevada? Colt, did you object to all 3? Or are you in both cases?
I am no longer in the Rick case.
Okay, so you're Cava only.
Correct.
And then who's Speedy Mart?
That's me, Scott Cook, on behalf of Speedy Mart. We are only in the Cava case.
And who's got NSF?
Floyd, that's me, Marty Little. What date are we talking about? I don't think we have an objection.
Are you in Cava or Rick or both?
Hold on one sec. Just
Rick?
Cava, I believe.
Rick had claims against different distributors, but we withdrew from representing him.
So Martin, you don't care then.
No.
All right. Well, we got rid of one of the objections.
Hey, Floyd, this is Jim. I'm in Rick. Rick.
I missed who was talking.
Jim Cavanaugh.
Oh, there you are.
I'm in Rick on a third-party complaint, and I'm coming in when I get a second this Friday on another third-party complaint of Nevada Beverage in Cave or Cava, however it's pronounced. Because of the claims coming down from Nevada Beverage for indemnity, I feel like I need to align with Nevada Beverage's concerns. So again, I'm filing it this week. I have not answered in Cave. I am in Rick. So I'm on board with Real Water entities and Joel Odou for Rick. But on Cave, I have to tell you, I'm coming in and I would be concerned about Nevada Beverage's concerns because I'm a third party defendant.
Jim, who do you have?
I have Real Water of Tennessee, LLC.
Oh, okay.
And I have them in 9 cases.
Floyd, it's Marty. I'm sorry. We are in Rick, but we don't have a problem pushing days.
All right. And
this is Noureddini for Costco. We don't really have an issue with the particular date. I think, and Mr. Pepperman knows this, our issue is just to make sure, and I don't think he's opposed to this, is that the expert deadlines are pushed to the extent that they don't match the current RIC expert deadlines, which are only like a month or 2 away.
I apologize. I didn't follow that. What's the issue with the experts?
So Costco's issue is that if the Cava case gets the RIC trial date, that if all the deadlines then match the RIC case, those
I see.
early. So if we
Yeah.
push that was what our agreement was subject to, that the experts get pushed.
I don't think there's opposition.
We don't have any problem with that. We'll work with them on that.
Colt, you're only in the Cava case?
Correct.
And what's your particular objection in the Cava case other than defense normally doesn't want to go to trial?
Well, I'm in the Hunwarden case, so I'm going to trial. I mean, there's no stopping that. My concern is the Cava case is 2 years newer There's other cases down the road. Obviously, Rick is older. I'm not in there, but I think it should be tried in its course. Henry, I don't think has a trial date till September. That's a liver transplant case that's 2 years older than Cave, and I just don't think we should be gerrymandering trial dates just to get 2 injured infants up in front of a jury sooner.
Well, yeah, but there's a statute on priority for people 70 or older.
Right, and we briefed that in front of the district court and said, well, the infants aren't 70 years old or older. They're not entitled to a preferential trial. I believe the judge offered to take the injured or the elderly person who fit the statute, which I believe was Mr. Tagano, who's not suing my client, and try him in April with Rick. That made sense to us. Mr. Pepperman didn't agree.
Well, I'm going to approve the 2 requests. Of all the parties, there's actually one objection on one.
That's not correct. Speedy Mart also objects for a lot of reasons, and I would like to make at least the record on it before you decide what you're going to do.
No, sure. Hang on. You're in Cava, correct?
Only in Cava, yes, and only by the Williams infants.
Okay, who represented the real Tennessee entity?
Jim Casserole.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah,
All right, so now I'm down to Speedy Mart in Cava only. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. And what's the issue?
Well, there's several of them. One, we were added at the end of March of this year. The others have been going on for 2.5 years. So we got in and received a little over 290,000 gigabytes of documents that we have to catch up on. 2, our plaintiffs are infants not covered by the preferential trial setting, and they are a completely unrelated set of facts. They did not buy or use the same water. They didn't go through the same timeline. They have no relation whatsoever to the primary case that the preferential trial indictment trial is set on, and we have yet to begin any type of formal discovery here. In fact, we were prevented from getting some discovery for a long time, and that being a new party to this, we believe we should have adequate and appropriate time. We also agree with Nevada Beverage that a separation of the parties would be appropriate to the parties that have preferential, the parties that don't have preferential. And this is only for the convenience of the plaintiff. And as a result of that, with the expedited trial setting that doesn't involve us, we formally object to it.
Well, but you came in 13 months before the trial date.
I did, and I started we actually just got through the preliminary hearings with the judge and her order to set it in July, which is perfectly fine. And the difference between April and July isn't that significant.
And excuse me, but we're talking 7 months away.
We are talking 7 months away, and we're talking monumental amounts in an unrelated case with a different set of facts.
What do you mean an unrelated case?
The Williams kids, who are the plaintiffs in Nevada Beverage and Speedy Mart, they allege, and they haven't shown yet, but they allege that they purchased water through a convenience store, unrelated, totally different case than what is being presented on the 70-year-old guy who is bringing his case. And so we have all of our discovery yet to complete, with all of the scheduling and trials in the others pending.
Well, you've got 13 months from entry and 7 months from now. So,
If I were worried about that, I have 2 points. And there's where we understand this. The dates leading up to the discovery, that's got to be moved out. That's got to be moved out.
oh no, we're going to have you folks are going to have to give me a proposed schedule
Work with them on dates.
on both of them.
We are fine with additional dates. It's Speedy Mart. It's a narrow issue to sell the water that these kids consume. I mean, strict liability. It's a narrow issue. They've done nothing in discovery. They've been in for months. We've done fact sheets. We've done medical records. There's nothing else.
Is
for
there
us
any
to do.
documentation showing the Speedy Mart purchase?
We're trying to find the credit
No.
card statements, but there's cash payments, and so there's testimony from the plaintiffs. They attest to it.
Well,
So there may be more.
I'm gonna allow the 2 trial dates, but I need to see within a pretty short period of time, I need to see the proposed schedules. So I'll have the plaintiff route a proposed schedule in both cases. You have other plaintiff counsel in both cases.
No, it's just not.
All right, we'll get a schedule out as soon as you can.
Well, we're open to whatever time the defendants think they need. I mean, we made expert disclosures, we're
All right,
making more, so.
Then Speedy Mart, you route the first schedule. In Cava, and then Eric, you'll have to route one in writing.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna hold anybody's feet to the fire on that. So route them. When you get to an impasse, somebody email me and let me know, and we'll get everybody on Zoom or on the phone. But we need to see those pretty fast.
Schedule, but I think we've typically agreed pretty easily because we're not being unreasonable on the time they need. If they want the time, we're going to give it to them.
Well, let's try to get it done within 10 days.
It depends on what trial judge wants.
Well, that's up to her.
Right.
We have those.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've been told for many years, I don't have any control.
I did that. The point is discovery cutoff. Yeah, you have. Usually,
No, usually it's got to be before. And hopefully in a nice world, it's when you have a transcript before for the last depots. But anyway, go ahead and route those. Why don't we try to have that done by, think we get done by September 11th?
that's Scott Cook.
Yes.
All right, try to get it worked out by September 11th. If you don't have it worked out, somebody email me and we'll get a quick Zoom.
No problem.
All right, what else do we need to cover?
That's it from us.
Excuse me, this is Elizabeth Lowell from Milwaukee. I'd like to raise something. I may have missed correspondence, but originally the initial disclosures for experts in Wren and Carrier were going to be September 15th. I've seen correspondence about moving that, but I'm not clear on the status and I don't know what to tell my experts. Is that going to be moved?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
You took up the Wren case itself.
Wren and Carrier.
Oh, and Carrier. Are there proposed dates on that? Joel, have you seen them?
We proposed dates.
I haven't seen any agreed upon dates yet. I have not seen any agreed upon dates yet.
Are there proposed dates?
I thought everyone agreed to them.
Yeah, I
Elizabeth,
haven't
you
seen,
know?
I think it'd be a good idea to see if there's a formal order. We agreed on the dates that Eric proposed, but I think it would be good to double check and make sure the court has actually signed off on it.
Well, if it's agreed, send a stipend order over.
Yeah,
You don't need to go through me.
I'll send the stipulation around today.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, you're the follow-up on that. Let me know if it doesn't happen.
All right.
What else we need to cover?
Hey, Floyd, Jim Neale for UNFW. Eric, can you, I understand that there were 2 depositions noticed for tomorrow and Friday, I think at Hunwart's and Nevada Beverage and Terrible Herbst. Am I correct that those have been rescheduled and will be vacated?
Yeah, they've been rescheduled.
Yeah, the Terrible Herbst one is the one that I was talking about. There's been correspondence on that.
We haven't
They're
seen
both
new
being
dates.
rescheduled, but I haven't seen the dates.
Do a new date.
I believe we have new dates on the Nevada Beverage deposition. So we'll either amend them to the new date or to be determined today. If
Thank you.
those haven't happened.
This is Jan Tomasik, counsel for Terribles. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is that Jan?
Yes, Jan
Yes, we
Tomasik.
can hear you.
Terribles. Yeah, we like Mr. Pepperman said, we've ironed out stipulations on topics for the 30B6 deposition of Terribles. We don't have a date yet because this was unilaterally set. We're still waiting to agree upon a date with counsel.
Oh, I thought that was my first question today. I
The
thought
date,
we
the
did
date
everything.
hasn't been reset yet. The date
All right,
has.
but okay, but you're still working together on that, right?
The topics.
Jan,
Yeah.
Jan, you're still working together on that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, my understanding was that they gave us some new dates that it just hasn't been settled yet.
All right, but it's not in dispute.
If we don't have the date, we'll amend it to be determined, but notices will go out today. And the depots tomorrow are not going forward.
Thank you. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing for BTT1. Thanks.
With Gallagher, you don't really, do you want another hearing in a couple of weeks, or do you want me to bump a month? What do you want?
We're gonna be in trial for,
Long time.
it's in flux. I think the pretrial rulings have been a long time. It's the 5th week for Judge Williams, but I think the rulings have narrowed the trial a good amount, so.
I'll set a hearing in a month. If somebody wants it earlier, let me know.
Hey Floyd, this is Joel. I wouldn't mind if you set a hearing at the end of October, or maybe even the start of November, absent somebody requesting it. I'm not sure that, well, one way or the other, if somebody needs a hearing, I'm sure they would request it if they need it
Okay,
sooner.
that's good. That's fine. All right, is there anything else? All right, let's get those schedules out.
We'll do.
And Rick and Kava. So I can sign in order.
Okay, I will, thank you.
Do you have any questions? Got everybody? All right, does anyone else have anything? All right, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Floyd.
everybody.
Appreciate it.
You.